Hello Scorpio, this prediction's for Wednesday, October 23rd, 2024, and you deserve a few days dedicated to pleasure and well-being. Your obligations, commitments, work tasks, or studies, depending on the person, can take a back seat for a moment to make room for a more fun life program. Right now, everything is pushing you to think that life is much more than professional advancement, acquiring debts to buy things, and spending every day worrying about finances or choosing purchases in installments. The passion that characterizes you today speaks through an inner voice saying, I want something more genuine. I want to be in better connection with the place I live or with the people I share life with. It says you no longer want to steal time away from the pleasures that make life more enjoyable. Forget about feeling guilty for letting your hedonistic side out for a walk. Think of endorphins as if they were muscles. If you give yourself small pleasures, they get stronger. And your overall state also improves. The material world will take a back seat, partly because there aren't too many good news on the horizon. There are changes in the deeper waters, and little by little we are entering a new reality where crisis scenarios may proliferate. That's why seeking personal growth makes so much sense. Financial success is going to be more complicated and, in some ways, questioned. Now, let's move on to the specific details of love, health, work, and your compatibilities for today. In health, you're at a point where the planetary climate indicates more emotional or temperamental issues than physical or health problems. Without a doubt, this is a moment where you may be facing many challenges, and those will take up almost all your strength and mental energy. It's better not to demand too much from your body with new plans. Also, remember that your mind is a muscle too, and it needs rest. A healthier option is to write down your problems or pending matters and solve them step by step. All of this creates a scenario where your defenses need to be strengthened. You're at risk of jaw or eye pain, and issues like colds or flu, even if it's not cold in your country, depending on the hemisphere you're in. You might also get migraines or headaches. Check your dental health. Some people suffer from bruxism, teeth grinding when they sleep due to stress. These are signs that you need to take things more calmly, relax, and unwind. In terms of work, you may need to ask yourself some difficult questions. As you answer them, you will understand the process better and feel like you are flowing more naturally. One question is essential. Do you genuinely enjoy going to work? Do you think about your work schedule with pleasure? Do you get up eager to go to work? These are questions you should ask yourself, especially if you've been doubting your vocation or the purpose of what you're doing. No one says you must find satisfaction in your job. Nothing is 100% pleasurable. Even people who do what they love have days when they don't feel like working. But what if you start taking control of the situation and slowly make a plan to free yourself and start something new on your own? The same goes for those looking for work. Maybe, at first, you are looking for a job out of financial necessity because, of course, you can't live without money. But you should also consider looking at companies where you might feel more motivated. Keep in mind that the planets Saturn and Jupiter are making you more existential, which may be leading you to question what happiness and work mean to you. Would you like to do something different? It doesn't matter how old you are, forget about age and start looking for something you're truly passionate about. You might think, but in my city or country, things are difficult. Sure, but people are still finding jobs. Even in countries facing crises. Start believing more in yourself and your talent, because you have it. You just need to make that mental click and start looking. In terms of finances, the context around you is tempting you to consider making investments, like buying cheap and selling for a little more to make extra money and become more self-reliant. However, investing in this way is a job that takes time. It's not as simple as sitting down with a coffee, looking at the stock market, and making a couple of clicks to make money. That's more of a myth. It takes many hours of dedication, analysis, and numerous ups and downs, where the overall balance must be positive. If you can find something that economizes more, even on a household level, like selling something from your storage room for extra cash, then great. In terms of love, your heart is wide open right now, ready to be filled with affection, love, and sensuality. There's an inner call urging you to connect. For those in stable relationships, small encounters in the coming days will bring you closer and add more warmth to the relationship. Doing activities together or spending time in the sun can be moments of reconnection that will fill you up completely. You'll be looking for opportunities for closeness at any time of day, turning it into a fun emotional game that adds spice to your routine. However, pay attention to what your partner suggests. Not everyone is in the same place emotionally at the same time. If you're single, searching for a partner could be very fruitful right now, especially in terms of being attractive to others, which you'll certainly be. The problem may be finding someone who interests you enough, but why not enjoy the moment? That's wonderful, right? Energetically, your energy is very high today. You're in an entrepreneurial cycle, full of motivation to take on the world. The only thing you need to do is direct that energy towards the right goals. The positive situation to focus on today is that it's also a great moment for romantic feelings and moments to flow naturally. Not everything has to be about chasing projects, money, or work. Sometimes, it's good to just relax. However, in the negative sense, be cautious, because your energy needs to be managed well. You might have high energy today, but it's not infinite. You tend to be unstoppable once you get going, so be careful and try to be very detailed with where you want to focus your energy. The more specific you are, the better, as this helps you organize your tasks and distribute the right amount of fuel to each one. For students, you need to set a more organized plan for your studies. You trust a lot in your abilities, and that's good, but if you have too many things to handle at once, it's impossible to manage everything simultaneously. In the end, you'll get overwhelmed. So go step by step with organization. If your notes and study materials are a mess, stop everything and get them sorted out, because if you keep going without organizing, it will all pile up again and again with no end in sight. When exam season comes, which varies depending on your country's academic calendar, you'll be overwhelmed. So, dedicate time to what's important and vital. In terms of compatibility, today you have a great day with these three signs. First, with Sagittarius, you'll have a wonderful day full of humor, confidence, and closeness, the foundation of any situation. Second, with Pisces, it'll be a joyful, happy, and expansive day. Third, with Capricorn, you'll have a special day with a solid, coherent, and noble attitude. In the negative, you might have a disagreement or distancing with someone from the sign of Gemini, but remember, that's only for today and only if you argue. Wishing you an absolutely wonderful day. See you tomorrow.